And Bronxites gathered in Crotona Park for the 5th annual Unity Race. The race runs and spreads the message of bringing the community together for a day of health and safety awareness. BronxNet reporter Veronica Guiti brings us the story.
This is the 5th year of the Unity Race at Crotona Park. The purpose of the run is to bring the community together for a day of health and safety awareness. Organizer Abby Bello speaks on what inspired him to create the event.
This time when we started the race about 5 years ago, that was when the Eric Gardner thing was going on. And a friend of mine, a police officer, said, why don't you just call it a Unity Race, bring the police and everybody together? That was the idea that brought the Unity Race. At the beginning, it was for health reasons, but when we do the race, we want to bring the police and the community together, because when you run together, when you do activity together among yourselves, you become friends. That's the whole idea of community running, Unity Race, health race together, police and the community working towards the same goal.
I think it's great that, us, the police officers, we come out and participate in this event for the community. I think it's been a long way coming, us and the community, and working in this community for so many years. I think it's very important that we mix ourselves up with the community.
Health was a huge motivation for the race as well. This is Velma's second time running the race, and this year she is doing it in honor of her mom, who passed away from breast cancer.
This is one of the things that I want to encourage people to come, because this is Crotona Park. We've all grown up here, we know it, and we need to participate and be more active in the community and get people back into health.
I think it's a positive message, and I think any opportunity to have people that aren't necessarily fitness oriented come out and do something fun and healthy is an awesome opportunity.
The unity of a community won't happen in one day, but every step taken is a step towards progress. For BronxNet, I'm Veronica Guiti.
And thank you, Veronica. Great event there. In other news, as of yesterday, October the 1st, New York City has officially implemented the Raise the Age law. Now, the law is no longer charging 16 and 17-year-olds as adults. They'll now be treated as juveniles, with their cases being handled in family court. Janine Cava, the Director of Public Information for New York's Division of Criminal Services, says, quote, the Raise the Age law has transformed the youth justice system in New York by reducing the involvement of young people in the justice system, increasing opportunities for diversion and intervention to promote successful outcomes, as well as providing age-appropriate facilities. In local news, City and State celebrates the 2019 list for Bronx Power 100. Those are honoring individuals who help contribute to the Bronx. Our BronxNet reporter, Kibin Aline, has more details.
It's no secret some of the most influential people come from right here in the Bronx. So tonight, City and State are highlighting 100 of the Bronx's most powerful individuals.
It feels great to be honored for doing what I love, where I love, which is the Bronx.
With big names like Kerry Washington, Fat Joe, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez hailing from the Bronx, there's no shortage of success stories coming from the borough. Held at the Wave Hill Garden at City and State puts the spotlight on some of those lesser-known stories with the annual Bronx Power 100.
Tonight is one of the nights that we get an opportunity to celebrate all those people that are doing the hard work that is necessary to bring the Bronx back.
You have a lot of people that don't get recognized on lists often, and that's just as important. These are names that everyday people, even people involved in Bronx politics, might not know, and I think there's a real service to elevating their names and really showing that these are the people that get things done in this borough.
Topping the list at 100 is Executive Director for the soon-to-open Universal Hip Hop Museum, Rocky Bucano. And working on the project for 7 years, Bucano explains why he's appreciative for platforms like Power 100.
Most times, people see projects, get built, and they really don't know the people behind them. So I think it's nice to recognize people sometimes for all their hard work.
Coming in at number 2, Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. says he's honored to be featured, but having statewide positive representation for the Bronx is truly something special.
It feels good when the Bronx is recognized, and City and State is a media outlet that's read through all throughout the state of New York, and for them to highlight all of the individuals who are making the Bronx better and therefore New York City better is something special.
And BronxNet's very own Michael Maxnabi and Gary Axelbank were also honored for their longtime efforts in making BronxNet what it is today.
It's an honor to be recognized amongst so many great Bronx partners and public servants. And really, our BronxNet team and family is a big part of our success.
To see the full list of Bronx influencers and changemakers, visit the website cityandstateny.com. Reporting for BronxNet, Kib and Aline.
And thank you, Kib. The Bronx Museum of the Arts is holding a new annual art and music-focused fundraiser. The proceeds from the event will support the Bronx Museum in its mission to make art accessible to all through its free admission policy and public programs. The guests will have the opportunity to view the Bronx Museum's fall exhibitions, Henry Chalfant Art versus Transit, 1977 to 1987, and The Life and Times of Alvin Baltrop. The ball will take place at the Bronx Museum of the Arts, located at 1040 Grand Concourse Avenue on Thursday, October the 3rd from 6:30 to 11 p.m. Now, if you want more information on the tickets, you can visit bronxmaball.org. All right, well, Take Back the Bronx organization is serving the community some free warm meals. They're also serving water and a whole lot more at their Feed the People food serve. Our reporter Sanji Lopez was out on the street and she brings us the details.
Led by a group of Bronx activists and volunteers, the Feed the People food serve held at Hunts Point provides free warm meals, snacks, and water to the community.
People donate items, and basically most of us, we're all from the Bronx, and we give a little, and we know that when you give a little, it becomes plentiful, and that's how we're showing the community that we can stick together and we can nurture each other and do community care without the assistance from the city or the government.
Every third Saturday of the month, volunteers set up to welcome anyone in need, including regulars and families who look forward to this service. In solidarity with the community and local businesses, such as the Bronx brand, the food serve also provides free literature, clothing, and community talks about issues affecting the Bronx.
Take Back the Bronx has been around since 2011, and we've organized against gentrification, which is a very violent thing that's happening, displacement in our area, police brutality. Any issue that pops up in our community says this is a problem, we bond together and we fight to make it right.
For future food serves, to donate and volunteer and find out more information, visit at NYC Shut It Down and at Take Back the Bronx on Instagram. Reporting for BronxNet, Sanji Lopez.
And thank you, Sanji. Well, that's all the time we have for our Bronx updates. We are taking a quick break, but stay tuned. Open will be right back right after this.